Welcome, race fans. Tonight here on MaxSpeedTV, we are here with Elite Championship Racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for their truck series. I hope everybody out there is having a good night and a good afternoon. They are currently in a driver's meeting, folks. They do a mandatory driver's meeting about every race that they do, whether it be trucks, Gen 6, or the K&N series on every other Sunday night. Their trucks run every other Monday night, and their Gen 6 run every other Tuesday night and Wednesday night, I do believe. I am your commentator for this evening. My name is Joshua Medlock. I hope everybody is out there having a fantastic evening. We are going to step away real quick, folks, play the national anthem while they do their driver's meeting, and we will be right back to go down through the point standings for their second race of the Truck Series season. So stay tuned, folks. We will be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, folks, we are back here live with ECR. In about 3 minutes, they'll go to qualifying. So we're going to run down through the point standings as followed. After one race, they were at Daytona 2 weeks ago to open up their ECR season here in the Truck Series. So they've only got one race down in the books. This will be the second race here at Atlanta. But David Bordney comes in tonight, currently in the first place in points with 47 points. Tristan Anderson going to be coming in second with 42. He's 5 behind Bordney. James Lehman is also tied with Tristan Anderson for that battle for second spot. He is currently sitting at the third spot with also 42. Chuck Carroll going to be coming in tonight in fourth position in the points. He has 41. He is 1 behind Lehman. Jeremy Morrison going to be in fifth with 40. He is 1 behind Harold. Thomas Lattimore in 6th with 38 points. He is 2 behind Morrison, and tied with Jonathan Whalen, also with 38 points, who is currently in the 7th spot. Ken Worley going to be coming in tonight with 8th points, 37 points. He is 1 behind Whalen and Lattimore. James White going to be coming in 9th with 35 points. He is 2 behind Worley. And coming in 10th is Will Prue with 34 points. He is 1 point behind White. So after one race, folks, points are still really tight. They are currently still in a driver's meeting. Trading paints is still updating, although it says it has updated. It's still updated and grabbing the paints off of everybody's paints and trucks out there. But I'm going to give a shout out real quick to the sponsors we have. Sim Speed Shop. If you're in the market for a button box or something for iRacing, they Sim Speed Shop is the place to go. So thank you, Sim Speed Shop, for coming on board for MaxSpeedTV. TND Rustic Decor, HRE Motorsports, and Virtual to Reality TV allows MaxSpeedTV to stream on Facebook and thereof. So thank you guys for coming on board to sponsor MaxSpeedTV, and also another shout out to a league as well, who is also a MaxSpeedTV sponsor, the Ohio IndyCar League. They are located out of Ohio, so if you guys like driving the Indy cars or whatever and you're from Ohio, please go check those guys out. The Ohio IndyCar League, a MSTV supporter, as well as a league that I will be broadcasting starting on April 14th. They race one Saturday a month. It is not racing, so and they race the DW12. So, but tonight, folks, we are here with ECR with the trucks here at Atlanta. At about 20 seconds away, they will be starting their qualifying, folks. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. There's going to be some good action here tonight. I am seeing 34 fast trucks out there. James Lehman, Chuck Harrell, Luis Almaso. Yeah, these trading paints is still not updated fully yet. Sorry about that, folks. I tried to get in here to get them updated, but they didn't update. So hopefully they'll update here pretty quickly. But here we are. We're going to go into qualifying, and we're going to see what kind of laps these guys can lay down to see who gets the pole. And going to be interesting. I do believe it's going to be... It is closed qualifying. It is not open, folks. They are closed qualifying. So one car out on the track at one time. And we will have to wait and see what happens and who puts in the best and the fastest time here at Atlanta to grab that all exclusive pole position. Now, they do get a bonus point, I do believe, for grabbing the pole. And, of course, they get a bonus point for... winning the race. They actually get 3 points for winning. They get 1 point for leading the most laps as well. So look for them guys to try to put in a quick time here tonight, just so they can get them bonus points needed to get. Take off that ticker, folks, to see if maybe we can get the qualifying box to stay up. Egg roll predictions, God bless you too. I see you in chat. Yes, I do have chat pulled up on my laptop here. So we are in a good spot. That way I can watch chat and, get acquainted with everybody who is tuning in here in this race tonight, folks. I sure do appreciate everybody tuning in. We got a lot of things going on. Race-wise, there are several broadcasts going on MaxSpeedTV pretty much every night. Just keep an eye out on that for MaxSpeedTV, as we broadcast pretty much 7 days a week here. We've got the K&E and ECR every 2 weeks on Sundays. And then we've got them on Monday nights every other week as well. And then, of course, ECR does their trucks. Their Gen 6 every other Tuesday, and I believe it's every other Wednesday night. I'll get more confirmation on that as well later on. But that is actually broadcasted on the broadcasting by Scotty, so a big shout out to Scotty for doing the Gen 6. But right now, folks, it looks like Jeffrey Ford is going to be coming in having the pole so far with a 30.93, actually tied with a Jonathan Bogger with a 39.3 as well, but Pat Russia right behind him in a close third with a 39.6. So very, very close times coming in. And then here we go. Pat Russia has just taken over the pole position, and as soon as I say that, James Lehman takes it. So James Lehman has got the pole now as well. So times are coming in very, very quickly, folks. Alrighty, folks, we're still in qualifying. They only get, I believe it's 2 or 3 laps to do this in. 100% max fuel tonight, folks. Late afternoon, 0 fast repairs, and yes, this is a fixed setup, folks. Everybody is on the equal playing field of a fixed setup, but there are certain people out there that know how to drive these fixed setups like they're an open set. So you're gonna have to watch these guys and I don't know if there's any women out there racing with ECR, but if there is, then you know, you got to watch the girls too, because there's some girls out there that just know how to race as well. So they can sure drive the heck out of the fixed ones and drive the heck out of the open ones. I've watched it many times. But James Lehman still holding on to the pole with a 30.90 now. Pat Russia going to be coming in second with a 30.92, and it looks like Jeffrey Ford going to be in third with a 30.93. Still tied with him is Jonathan Boger with a 39.3 as well. So that's a really close 3 or 4. I mean, they're tied right there. You've got to get into the milliseconds in order to find the actual break. But Luis Almaso, my buddy old Luis, going to come in 5th with a 39.7. So that'd be if it ended right now, if qualifying it ended right now, that is the way it would be set. As we've got still some guys out here pulling some laps. Chuck Carroll out here on the track in the Coca-Cola machine number 3. It looks like he will be coming in and to the 6th spot right behind Luis. Jordan Makey going to be pulling his laps in as well, and it looks like Jordan will be coming in 7th with a 31 flat. So these guys are putting in some quick times, a lot of 30s up at the top, real close to 31. But we'll have to wait and see exactly how they roll out when the official grid starts. Scott Jones back here in the number 80 machine put his time in. He will be currently sitting at 14th, and Kurt Quest will be currently sitting in 15th, but I believe that's going to wrap up his qualifying time, folks. So a lot of these guys putting in some time. There are some that have not. There we do have IMC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people that have not put in a time yet. Michael, the number 15 machine, Michael Goudry, if I pronounced your name right, I hope I did. If not, you can correct me on that after the race or beginning. But he is putting in his time in as we speak. So Michael in the number 15 machine going to be qualifying right now. I hope I said your name correctly, Michael, in the number 15 machine. My daughter actually corrected me on that. She said, I hope I say your name wrong, but I hope I said it correctly. But whoa, what a time Michael put in, a 30.93. Then we have a triple threat for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Wow, what a time he put in, coming from the back and putting himself up into the 3rd spot, knocking out Jeffrey Ford. Oh man, that was a quick time, folks, quick time. And he looks like he's going to be putting in his 2nd lap right there, but it does not look like... Oh, he did move up a spot. So, yeah, 30.91 will put him into 2nd. That puts Pat Russia back in a 3rd. So, quick time coming in for Michael there. And coming back here, and it looks like everybody that is going to put in a time has put in a time. I am not entirely sure. As time goes on, I guess we will tell. But right now, it looks like James Lehman will hold on to the pole with about 2 minutes left in qualifying, folks. So stay tuned. They'll be gridding them up here shortly, and we will be underway here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the ECR, the Elite Championship Racing Truck Series, on Monday night. That would be every other Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. It is not every night that they race. just a little bit of information. The weeks they race on Monday night in the trucks, there are no K&N races on Sunday night, so they actually alternate with one another. So everybody knows that. That way, well, where's the truck race this week? Well, that's why they do that. They race truck Monday night one week, and then the next week they'll race K&N on Sunday night, and then the next week they'll race truck Monday night, so forth and so on. Gen 6, I believe it's every other Tuesday, and if they're not racing on Tuesday nights, they're every other Wednesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, so forth and so on until they finish the season. But we've got ECR all the way up until November 29th of this year. That would be, I believe, their final race. But they still have a long way to go here, folks. I mean, this is just the second race of the season. So they're fighting for position, and they're fighting to get that that in the end of the chase here. You know, it's going to be a tight run, and also Atlanta Motor Speedway. We know how Atlanta can be. Atlanta is very, very, very rough on tires. So tires are going to be a key here at Atlanta, folks. They're going to be, you know, trying to figure out, you know, when to pit, when not to pit, and so forth and so on. When to get fuel, when not to get fuel. Oh my God. Well, we got about 5 seconds remaining in qualifying, and that'll end it, and we'll get them to the grid, folks.
Checker flag. Caution somewhere, caution.
Well, alrighty, folks. We are back there gridding up here. So let's go down through the grid real quick. We got 34 fast trucks out here to go through. So, James Lehman coming in tonight with grabbing the pole and getting, I believe, a bonus point for that with a 39.01. Congratulations to James for grabbing the pole here at Atlanta. Michael, I do not want to say your name wrong again. Michael Guidry. Going to be coming in second, going to be starting on the outside of him, and I've got Anthony Thinchner in the booth. Just popped in here. Anthony, got a quick question for you, bud. How do you pronounce Michael's last name?
Which one? Michael, what number?
The number 15, going to be starting outside of the front row.
Oh, Michael Guidry.
Guidry,
no
okay.
U. Just imagine there's no U there.
Michael Guidry, all right. Well, I needed a confirmation on that, so we're going through the grid here. So Michael Guidry going to be starting on the outside of him. In second spot, Pat Russia going to be starting in third. Jeffrey Ford in fourth. Jonathan Boger in fifth. Luis Almaso going to be starting in the sixth spot. Chuck Harrell in seventh. Jordan Makey in eighth. Charles Idell in ninth. Sean Lodesen in 10th. You want to go to the next 10?
Sure, man. Definitely can do that. 11th is 30. Trey Davis. 11th, Ken Worley. Oh, I said that wrong. Wait a minute. They're grading. Hold on. 10th is Sean Leveson. You already got him. Trey Davis, 11th. 11 car, Ken Worley in 12th. Behind him in 13th place, Ed Adams, number 46. In 14th place to his outside, number 66, Ralph Vanderborst. The next row, Scott Jones and Kurt Quist in 15th and 16th. Behind them in 17th and 18th, Tristan Anderson and Josh Mayu. 19th and 20th, George Munger and rookie Jimmy Cooper. 21st and 22nd is Joey Stats and Scotty Brown Jr. Starting in 23rd and 24th, David Bordney and Thomas Lattimore. 25th and 26th is going to be Justin Bland. 26th is actually going to be Doug Hess. He's going to move up as I'm not racing there tonight. Don't know why it's showing me. 27th, Jason O'Connor. 29th and 30th is going to be Jim Westerfield and I believe George Price, because Corey Chapman's not here tonight either. So got a few stragglers there in the back. Joshua, it's going to be a big field. Long race tonight, 133 laps. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as we get ready to rock and roll here, folks. James Lehman going to be taking them to the line here. And, you know, earlier I was talking about, you know, it's only one race in the books. You know, y'all had Daytona last, you know, a few weeks ago, and then now y'all's coming to Atlanta. We know how Atlanta could be. You know, the tire wear especially is going to be horrible. You're going to have to be cautious, but big field I am seeing, 34 roughly cars, 33. I've got my things turned down, that way I'm not losing frames for everybody. I want a good stream tonight, so I'm only seeing on my ticker here, I'm only seeing about 31 trucks here. But Pace Car is going to dive in here, folks, and we're going to get underway here at Atlanta. So for everybody out there, in the words of Michael Waltrip, boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys!
I hate to correct you, but that was actually Daryl Waltrip.
Okay, well, it was one of the Waltrips.
Oh, we got guys already switching lanes, ready to go, man. They're getting aggressive here coming into turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, I thought I would figure out I'd throw that in there. Yeah, that was Daryl Waltrip. You are correct. Michael is, I believe, his son.
It's his younger brother.
Younger brother. Why do I keep thinking it's his son?
Because he's so much younger.
Yeah, he really is. But yeah, we got a battle back here for a second. They're still too wide back here. We got the number 13 of Pat Rush and Jonathan Boger battling out for that second spot, trying to make room there, and then battle back there behind them too. Jeffrey Ford, Michael Guidry is back here as well. So, you know, everybody's switching lanes already. But here tonight, Anthony, you know it as I do. As these trucks lose fuel, this back end's going to get a little squirrely.
It is, man. Around lap 16 or 17, you're going to notice that these trucks start getting really loose. Long runs are going to be really hard tonight. Guys are going to be a lot less aggressive the longer they go in. So you're going to see aggressive restarts here as a cause of that. I mean, they're going to get all they can get as quickly as they can get. You know, I'm going to try not to be biased tonight, but I got to mention it. First and second right now is my team, my guys, man. Haters Make Us Famous Racing, number 01, James leading these guys on lap 3, and Jonathan Boger right behind him in second. And a guy you're not used to seeing up front, Pat Ruche in that number 13. And Chuck Harrell, a little bit of history. He got second place here last year. So that's something here. You know, he's good here in Atlanta. He might have a shot.
Yeah, Chuck Harrell. I mean, he's hungry. You know, coming in second place. I don't remember who said it, but they say second place is just the first place loser. So Chuck Harrell's going to be looking to capitalize and come out with a victory tonight, and hopefully finish better in second. You know, but hey, finishing second, I'd take second any day over anything. You know, that's just me personally. So, you know, yeah, Chuck Harrell's going to be somebody to watch in that number 3 machine right there. So, you know, he's battling up here in the 4th spot behind Pat Ruche, you said? I called him Russia. So Pat Ruche is the correct pronunciation on his name. But, yeah, they're still battling back here from about 6th on back. Jeffrey Ford, and right up in front of him, Michael Guidry. So, yeah, still some battles going on.
Oh, yeah, and if you guys know the racing world, and you know iRacing, man, Jeffrey Ford, he's well known in the iRacing world. Makes computers for a lot of people out there. So if you're looking for a computer, you want to join iRacing, you enjoy what you see, you want to get something built, man, you hit up Jeffrey Ford. He will help you. He's a very trustworthy guy. That guy, he's a great broadcaster, did a Cup Series last year for ECR, and he's running full-time in the Truck Series for ECR this year.
Oh, well, it's good to have him out here. Y'all got a, you know, pretty good size field, pretty much in every single series that y'all do. And, you know, I know Sunday night turned out real well. Well, last Sunday in the K&N, I mean, y'all had a big field there. Y'all got a pretty good size field here tonight. You know, back here, oh, we've got a caution already. I did not catch who that was. I believe it was Scott Jones. Well, we'll go back and take a look at it and see what happened, folks. We're gonna be right along with Scott Jones here in the number 80 machine. Right now he's on the low side. He crosses the line. Looks like clean run on the front stretch here. And the 11 is on the, oh yeah, I see. The 80 and the 11 got together, and the 11 being Ken Worley, it looks like, got together, and that caused the first caution to come out tonight, and gets Scott Jones into the wall. So Scott Jones is going to have some damage on that machine. It looks like the 66 as well got involved in that, the 66 being... And Trading Paints crashed on me, but they all loaded, so we're good. The 66 was Ralph Vandervorst. So, yeah, Ralph Vandervorst also going to get caught up in that as well. And they're all coming down pit road already, folks. So we're going to see if maybe we can get a word in with them when they get done. I don't like doing it when when they're pitting here, folks, because it really can mess them up. And I do not like doing that, getting an interview before, you know, pit road. I may wait to do an interview. That was only 9 laps that they did, so may wait a little bit to get the first interview. But a battle off of pit road, it looks like let's see, who was that? Jonathan Boger will beat James off of pit road. It looks like he did. Oh, James has stopped on the apron there. I'm not sure what's going on with James, but he has stopped. Back up front though, Chuck Carroll right now has command point in the number 3 machine. And Chuck Carroll's going to come down pit road and get those Mr. Feelgoods that he is also wanting, I am sure. Right behind him, it looks like, I'm not sure who that was coming down pit road. Oh, there's Chuck. That would be Josh Mayu in the 02 machine, also going to come down pit road. So, got some stragglers coming down pit road, Anthony.
I see that, man. They also had a discrepancy happen on pit road. Somebody, I guess, checked up the field. There's a little contact made with some damage on some of the vehicles. That's unfortunate. Early in the race, you don't want to have damage to your vehicle, but I guess it does happen.
Yeah, I think it does too. Sitting here watching the video of the stream, and it looks like it's turning out pretty good. I do believe so. But yeah, Justin Bland, your current leader here tonight. Right now, anyway, in the number 65 machine. Jordan Makey going to be following him in second. You know, they've only did 9 laps. Well, 9 laps on their tires. That's really not a whole lot of laps to figure out how the truck's going to react on old tires. What they need, folks, is a long green flag run to understand what the tires are going to do on long green flag runs as they go 2 by 2. Gonna be gridding them up, or not gridding them up, but gonna be going green flag racing here yet again for the ECR Truck Series here on Monday night. Well, Anthony, I got a quick question for you, bud.
Go ahead, man.
Well, what made you decide not to race?
I own 4 trucks in the Truck Series. In ECR, we have teams, and I don't drive the Truck Series. That's my only series I don't drive. So I own 4 trucks. I found a sub. I was going to run the 87, but that was for Justin Michael, last year's Truck Series champion. He drives for me this year. We've had him a sub in Jonathan Boger, who also drives for me in the Cup Series. So we got that sub in. I don't run trucks. I'd rather be in the booth or doing race control, man, which is what I'm doing here tonight. I enjoy it.
All right. Well, appreciate you jumping up here and doing what you do. So since you're up here and they're about to go green, Anthony, get them going, man.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, we are green flag out. I don't know if Anthony heard me, but I was going to have him get them going. Now, I guess he heard me. So we're green flag racing here tonight at ECR.
Yeah, I'm doing double duty, and I had a little bit of confusion there in the back of the pack. We had some guys who were straggling along, and I'm doing race control while trying to help out the broadcasters. So a little bit of confusion happens with that. But hey, we're going racing. Everything was nice and smooth there, and they got a lot of guys racing for position here going into turn 3.
Yeah, buddy, they're racing too, man. Oh, we're almost going to go 3 wide back here with Luis Almaso in the 32, getting around the 15 of Michael Guidry. So Luis is going to be following in behind Kurt Quist. Now, I haven't mentioned Kurt's name a whole lot. I mentioned his name a lot 2 weeks ago. Well, not 2 weeks ago. It was actually in the K&N. I believe it was the K&N series that I mentioned his name in. I mentioned his name a lot. I remember. I know I did. But because this is my first time actually doing the truck race. And, you know, it's good to have y'all on board. And, yeah, we're almost going 3 wide again. Still with Kurt Quist in the number 32, Luis Almaso. Jordan Makey in the 82 up high. Trying to see if he can get something going on that outside. But see, Atlanta Motor Speedway, Anthony, and you know this, that outside line, it may come in late game. It may come in late race, but usually early on, it does not work.
That outside is definitely a place that has not had rubber built up in practice. A lot of guys staying low in that first lane. Jordan Mackey trying to make something happen in that outside lane, and that haters make us famous number 82. But he's falling back. As you see here, Joshua, a lot of cars going around him on the inside. You just saw Kurt Quist pass him. You saw Luis Almaso pass him. Now Tristan Anderson is going to pass him, as well as Michael Guidry right behind him. And Adam's sticking his nose in, staying down low. So he's just got to train. He's not going to be able to find his bumper down low. Oh, there he goes. He found it. Look at that. Nice move. Nice move by Jordan Mackey. He says, I'm not going to stay up here. It's not working out. Going to get it going here. He gets the bumper, and he's going to try to make up some positions here.
Yeah, making up those positions as fast as he can, folks. I mean, yeah, he found a bumper and finally figured out what he needed to do. So, yeah, he's moving on up. Started 8th. He's still currently running in the 8th spot. But that 82 of Jordan is leaving that low line open, and right now I don't think that would be a good thing to do. And, you know, let some of that rubber build up on that high side. Make them guys go high to build some of that rubber up. Maybe try that outside line maybe later on. Of course, you know, this is a long race, Anthony. I mean, y'all put on some great racing. I mean, I know a couple of, you know, last couple of seasons that I was helping Rudy. I mean, y'all put on some great races, some long races, but still some great races. And you know, I knew what I was getting into, and I got into broadcasting, that some leagues just do long races. It makes for, you know, maybe long races and long broadcasting times, but it also makes for some good racing as well.
It's going to be a long race. We'll see a lot of strategy happen. I mean, we're only 16, 17 laps into the race right now, 130 laps. So, like I said, these, Jordan Mackey into the wall there. A lot of close racing. Jordan Mackey got into the wall, coming down the outside there, trying to make that outside work once again, and he's going to lose about 3 to 4 positions, Joshua. I think some of these guys they got to be patient. They got to stick on the inside, know what works, but Jordan Mackey's got the long run involved here. He said he wants to get that outside work and lay some rubber down, so maybe it'll work out for him later in the race. We'll have to stay tuned on how that works out.
Yes, he is losing positions after positions right now. He's all the way back into the 16th spot, so he has lost 8 positions. And, boy, we got some guys getting squirrely back here. It looked like a little bit of contact between the Oreo machine of the 01 of James Lehman, and I believe it was Chuck Carroll in the 03. A little bit of you know, racing going on. They wasn't doing nothing major, just a little bit of contact going around the corners, but they both did a fantastic job. But no!
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, James Lehman in that 01. We were just talking about him in that Oreo machine. Involved in a wreck early in the race, Joshua. He came up and came across the bumper of the car behind him.
Yeah, and we're going to go back and take a look at that, folks. I was actually on that, so I caught that live. And now we're going to go back and take a look at it and see exactly what happened to James here. It looks like he's fine coming around the corner, but the 82 is up high. And I don't know if maybe there was some miscommunication there with the spotters or what, but James just came up. Might have been a little bit of net code as well. I'm not sure. That'd be for y'all to decide on that one. But yeah, he got popped by that 82, and that 82 just kept on pushing. The 82 of 82 of James Lehman. 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 82 of James L Let me see if I can find him. Jordan Mackey. Yeah, there we go. IRTVO is giving me some issues tonight, but we'll get through it. Jordan Mackey, yeah, just continued to push the 0-1 of James Lehman. So James and Jordan going to have some significant damage early on lap 21 here. Man, what a bummer for them guys. But, well, they're all coming in again.
You know, the thing about that, Joshua, and if you guys out there watching, you want to stay tuned and try to keep watching ECR. You'll learn the strategy, the stories, the teams. But James Lehman in that 0-1 is actually teammates with the other guy involved in that wreck. So it's interesting to see there that early in the race why Jordan Mackey and James Lehman got into it, why they weren't being a little bit more cautious towards each other. I mean, they're teammates. You want them to see each other finish. And tell you what, as an owner, I'm just confused on the whole ordeal here.
Well, as an owner, yeah, it was a little early on to be doing that. I could understand, toward the end of the race, if you're fighting for the win, you're going to race it up as hard as you can. But, on lap 22 of 130, it's just a little bit early to be going that strong that early. Of course, I'm not an admin. I am just the guy up here calling the race. And, yeah, that's going to put James Lehman way, he's going to be still sitting on pit road here, folks. He's going to get that damage looked at. Jordan Mackey as well in the number 82 machine, still sitting on pit road. So, damage early, it might cost them some laps here, and it might even cost them the race if they can't get out, back out on the track.
Yeah, right now we already have quite a few people out of the race so far. Ken Worley showing him 13 laps down in that number 11, which right now on the track, I don't see him. He's still in the pits. So got the 88, Joey Stath. He had some connection issues. That's a H-Muff car. Haters make us famous. James Lehman, Jordan Mackey. So really, Joshua, I got one car left on the track, one truck left on the track, and guess where he's sitting right now? Up in first.
Yeah, let me see.
Does good, man. That 87, he's running my paint scheme that I ran last year when I ran trucks. That Jim Beam, number 87. I wish the best of luck to him, man. And hopefully we can have a word with him or Kurt Quist, one of these guys, man. It's going to be a good race. We already seen some top competitors taken out of this thing early on. A long race to go.
Well, let's bring down Kurt Quest real quick. Kurt Quest going to be currently running up in the fourth position here. Kurt Quest, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Kurt had a little bit of issues before I got the stream going, but, we're back up here. IRTVO still giving me some issues, but, hey, we'll get through it, man. Hey, tell me about the race so far down there. I know it's still early, 23 laps in. Just what's going on down there?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't qualify that great. In practice, I knew I didn't have good hot lap speed, but I ran a lot of official. I knew I had something for the long run, and my guys gave me a great pit stop there and moved up I don't know how many spots, but it got me up into a good position, and we were just rolling. I don't know if those guys were saving their tires hard or what, but I felt like I wasn't pushing it too much, and we got ourselves up to third now.
All right, do you think you have a good truck out there to maybe come home with the win tonight, or are you just wanting to survive here at Atlanta?
Yeah, I'd love to get the win, but we're going to take it one lap at a time and see where we end up.
All right, Kurt, well, good luck, man. Anthony, you got anything for him before they go back green?
No, Kurt, I wish you best of luck, man. I see you're starting on it inside right behind the leader, so get you a good restart. Looks like the bottom's working out well. Do you have any interest in trying to get that outside working?
On the long run, definitely we'll be trying to run the middle to the high line, especially in 1 and 2.
There you go, man. Long run, might you see guys running on that outside. We've seen some guys running it early. That might not be the best thing. So good luck, man. You guys are getting ready to go green.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Kurt Quest going to be starting in the, looks like the third spot back here. Showed him fourth, but he's actually starting in third. But Jonathan Boger going to be starting, going to lead him to the line here. Pace car dives in here, folks. He's in the Jim Beam machine, and the 87 is on the gas. Gets a good jump, but the 95 is right behind him of Kurt Quest. 13 of Pat Rouche goes high. Going to be losing some ground there. It looks like he's going to go fall back into the third spot. Gets a little squirrely, stays, keeps it high. The 77 of Tristan Anderson going to be right up on his bumper, folks. Boy, you do not want to be going back and forth that early, especially that close to the truck in front of you. Might not turn out to be pretty, don't you think there, Anthony?
It wouldn't be pretty, and he didn't want to pull in front of his teammate either. If there was a little bit better communication, he would have been able to. But Pat Rouche, the number 13, had his teammate behind him, that 15, Michael Gentry. They are teammates, PR Motorsports. Pat Rouche is the owner of that team. So, yeah, a little bit of communication going on there. Maybe, you know, Michael could have let him in there, but obviously it's still early. These guys are running hard, and it's just different things you're going to see here in Atlanta. This isn't Daytona. You're not going to see teamwork like you would normally see at Daytona. This is Atlanta, and it's a long race to go, 130 laps. I mean, you know, things can happen. So I'm sure they're not worried about that right now. They just want to try to get single file, get spread out from the rest of the pack, and get going.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long race, of course. You know, they're still putting in some quick times. You know, I've seen during qualifying, you know, they were putting in, you know, the 39s, you know, roughly around that. So, you know, about 31-second laps, roughly. I mean, that's what they're putting in here right now. You know, Jonathan Boger, his fastest lap is a 31:103 right now. I mean, he's actually, him and Kurt Quest are actually tied with, you know, they were tied with the fastest lap. Now Jonathan just beat his with a 31:103. So, you know, they're putting in some quick laps, but, you know, newer tires. You know, them times are going to change once them tires wear down. Well, folks, if it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV and you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button and subscribe. We are streaming almost 7 days a week. You might as well say 8 days a week if there were 8 days in a week. We stream pretty much every night. Sometimes it's triple broadcast, different broadcasters for different races. Tonight I'm with ECR. There was another broadcast before this one. And then there's two more after, well, you know, during this one, of course, this is going to be a long race. So, you know, there's going to be two more broadcasts as well later on tonight here on MaxSpeedTV. But tonight we got ECR rocking it here at Atlanta. This track, and I keep going back to this track. Now, there are a lot of people that wishes they would repave this track because of the way this track is. Oh, we got somebody in the wall back there. Looks like he did save it, so a good save by him. But he tapped the wall. What is your take on this track, Anthony? Do you think they should repave it, or do you think they should keep it the way it is?
Some tracks I think you should repave, some keep the way it is. The way this track works there, Joshua, is early on in the race, you know, these guys are going to be fighting for real estate. They're going to try to fight and get to the bottom, and as the race goes by, you're going to see that guys can start running too wide. They'll start being faster on the outside. You have to lay the rubber down. So I really myself enjoy that change in dynamics in the race where you can do one thing at the beginning and then towards the end of the race it changes. I think if you repave the track, you're going to see some of the same racing the whole race, and you're not really going to have that guess factor. Knowing what's going to happen, you know, I mean, you're going to know what happens. A lot of grip guys are going to be fast inside, outside, and they provide better racing, but I think we have 1.5 mile tracks on the schedule that have been repaved that provide that type of racing. So Atlanta is its own factor. It's one of a kind, and that's what you're seeing here tonight. A little bit different racing than other 1.5 mile tracks that are similar to it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you know, some do need to be repaved, like you said, and some don't. But you know, we're gonna go quickly through the top 10 here, folks. I try to do this as many times as I possibly can. So right now, Jonathan Boger gonna be currently in first place. He started 5th, but he is currently running up into the top spot. Kurt Quest gonna be in 2nd. He is losing a little bit of ground on Jonathan. Tristan Anderson. I believe you said he is a rookie to the league in general. So he is running up here in third, so he's having a pretty good run so far. Pat Rouchet in the 13, looks like is gonna be passed or try to be passed by Luis Almaso in the 32, and Luis makes that look easy. Just goes right around him, it goes high, and here comes the 13 back of Pat Rouchet, gonna try it again. So they're fighting for position. Justin Bland back here in 6th. It's got a bird's eye view of them two racing it up there. Michael Guidry in a 7th in the 15. He's got company with Chuck Carroll on his inside in the number 3 Coca-Cola machine. George Price in 9th in the 48 machine there, and Ed Adams, haven't mentioned his name pretty much all night tonight, has found himself up here in the top 10. We got a caution. And it looks like that would be Sean Lodison?
Lodison, huh? Yeah, it's his first race back.
Yeah, we're going to go back and take a look and see what happened to Sean here real quick, folks. Sean in the 96 machine, looks like he goes up high, gets in that top groove. He's got the 16 below him. The 16 goes below the white line. And, it looks like the 96 of Sean he gets into the wall and couldn't get off of the wall. He does keep it on the wall. And I believe he spins it coming off. And, yeah, he collected a few cars, it looks like. Yeah, the 02 gets collected in that mess. And the 00 as well. And, man, he gets pile drived, T-boned by the 83. So there are three different vehicles that was involved in Sean's hitting the wall. So Sean gonna have some significant damage on that machine as well. So he's gonna be looking like gonna be sitting on pit road to get that looked at. But back up front, looks like they're gonna be coming into pit road. Yes, they are. And rip yellow cone at pit road. Jonathan gonna lead them down to pit road here. He qualified 5th spot, and he has led 24 laps here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, folks. We're going to race off of pit road here. See who wins this race off of pit road. Gonna be I think you have to take 4 tires. You have to here at Atlanta. Oh, look at that 87 machine.
That was amazing how he did not lose that. He definitely didn't want to give up that lead. What do you think?
Boy, that 87 of Jonathan Boger just almost lost it coming out of pit road, but he is going to come out first. Tristan Anderson, the rookie, going to be coming out, looks like in 2nd. Luis Almaso going to be popping out in 3rd. Justin Bland in 4th. Pat Rouchet going to be starting, it looks like, in the 5th spot. That's how they come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, folks. So that Jonathan, he almost lost it there, man. That was something else.
Yeah, that was amazing to see there. He come in first, and he said, I don't want to lose this lead. So maybe that's a key factor there in how important that this lead is here in restarts. You haven't seen much long restarts, so what that tells me is every position matters. These guys are going to be aggressive on these restarts. Truck goes away real quick. Like we said earlier, we found in practice guys around 15 to 17 laps were really starting to lose grip here, and there's not much you can do. So in first 15 laps, you're going to try to get all you can get.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I am going to bring down one of the gentlemen from from the Daytona race last week. Thomas Lattimore, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Thomas, man, talk about the race last, going back to Daytona. I see you're in here. I'm not seeing you in the race. I don't know what's going on with IRTVO here. It's not wanting to bring you up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happened there, Jonathan?
It's Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh,
yeah.
Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. Sorry.
We'll go. Call me Jonathan. But I got into the lobby late and I wasn't able to get my laps in, so put me back there with what Kurt say, the decrepit old has-beens, and that's the result of it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'll probably hush.
Well,
if anybody wants a truck, I got one for sale.
well, we're going to go back to last week real quick. I know they're going to get going here pretty quickly, but you know, you started on the pole last week at a few weeks ago at Daytona. You finished 8th place. Kind of give us a rundown that happened at Daytona, because Daytona is just anybody's race there, bud.
Oh yeah, well Daytona, I like to play racing. I just wanted to get in there and mix it up with the boys and get a little racing under my belt, because I'd been out for so long and felt like I dominated that race and was just up there, and I think Douglas got bump drafted a little too hard from behind and knocked him sideways, and he kind of come down the door, checked me, but I was able to come back and get that 8th place, and so I was happy with it, and I really wanted to come here to Atlanta and try to at least get up there and get a top 5. If I could have qualified, I probably would win this race, but it just didn't work out that way. But,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Thomas, man. Well, we'll let you get back to it, and sorry about everything that's going on, but product of rules. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, probably got to teach some of these guys how to get on pit road, and we've probably been okay, but I don't know what to do.
Green flag.
Probably need to go back to winning rookie classes.
Probably so. All right, Thomas. Well, we'll let you get back to it, man. And I just wanted to bring you down here real quick and kind of talk with you. All right. Well, they went green flag racing here, Anthony, and it looks like they're going to be taking it 3 wide. Whoa, boy, they didn't take it 3 wide, but boy, they went close.
I'm telling you, I don't understand the aggressiveness that's going on here. I kind of feel some sympathy there for Thomas, man. I mean, he's just a little let down. He's a Cup Series driver, and he comes down here not often, just comes down here to race now in the Truck Series. And it's a different atmosphere there, guys. The Truck Series is a lot more aggressive. These guys have a lot shorter of a race, and it's just you got to get going when the going's good, man. So it's a different kind of race. It really is, from the trucks to the Cup. Yeah, these guys probably not as skilled drivers as some of our Cup drivers. Cup drivers have a lot more horsepower, a lot longer of a race. So these guys are just a lot more aggressive. That's just the way the atmosphere is down here, and sometimes you get caught. I feel bad for them, but hey, we got a lot of races to go, and you're going to see it here again. A lot of guys they're going to get away with things, and some guys just aren't, and that's a part of the Truck Series.
Yeah, I mean, that is part of the Truck Series. I mean, you've got every league's got rules. We know that every league's got rules. So, I know they got a long race here at Atlanta here tonight, but we're gonna kind of take it just as soon as I can pull up the schedule here. I've got it wrote down, actually. I went and got me a pad here. I wrote down all the races and stuff for everything. But we got Atlanta today, which is really a hard track in itself. It's got its own ups and downs, but going to the let's see here, that'd be Las Vegas will be the next race y'all come to here. Y'all's gonna be pulling 147 laps, it looks like, at Las Vegas. That is a different venue in itself as well, with the truck. So y'all got some 1.5 miles, some 2 miles. Y'all got some real short tracks. It looks like we've got a bunch of cars back there, kind of they went all sideways a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but back here in the field, looks like they were getting all squirrely really quick.
Yeah, George Munger, I went back and watched there. George Munger was on Jeffrey Ford. Jeffrey Ford came up the track a little bit, got into him. But nice save by everybody. Everybody saved it. They checked up, and they're still going there. But George Munger probably got the worst out of that deal there. Hit the wall and is going to have some damage. So definitely going to lose a lot of positions after that.
Yes, he is, and that's the just the product of Atlanta racing. But Jonathan dominating the race up here up front. But You know, I got to talk about, well, let me bring up the driver's box here, folks. I keep forgetting the driver's box, but I'm going to talk about my buddy up here, Luis Almaso. You know, I remember him racing. You know, I come back, and he's still here, you know, racing it up with y'all. And, you know, he's one heck of a racer in himself, you know. So, Luis Almaso, he's going to be looking to get a couple wins this season, I'm sure.
Well, Luis Almaso does not race in the truck series regularly, so he comes down here purely just to have some fun. Subbing in for Centurion Racing, Corey Chaffin is the team owner. Couldn't start here tonight, had some issues with his computer, but I'm sure he's watching on proud as one of his drivers is trying to compete for a win here tonight. And as you said, Luis Almaso, always one of them guys who can compete for one of those wins, Joshua. We call him the Brazilian redneck. He is, man. He's a Brazilian redneck, and guy is an awesome racer, real genuine dude, down to earth, and not much more you can say about him, man. Just a real great guy, real great racer, and you better watch out for him because he is really quick there tonight in that 32 Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, he is. He's really quick. You know, he has now caught up to Jonathan. Jonathan's only got a 0.3 of a second lead on Luis Almaso, but you can't forget the rookie up here in third place, 0.7 of a second behind the leader there, or second place, I should say, Luis Almaso. So they're still running pretty much neck and neck, and you got to go back here to Justin Bland, currently running in the 4th spot. Now, Justin is also one of the ones you got to watch. You know, he usually starts in the back of the pack for, you know, on some races. You know, I have seen him qualify, but Justin Bland currently up here in the 4th spot too. He's going to be somebody you have to watch.
Well, here's the thing, Joshua, everybody out there watching at home, you can only qualify if you get a certain lap run in. And here at 1.5-mile tracks in ECR, you have to get a 15-lap run in order to qualify. So Justin came in a little bit late. His fastest practice lap was a 46, which is about 15 seconds off of some of these guys. So obviously he didn't get any practice in. He comes in, and he's doing great right now. Started 25th. Did not qualify, graded 25th, and he's up to the 4th position right now. So you got to watch out for him. You got to keep your eyes peeled. Like some of these guys, Tristan Anderson, for one, qualified 17th. Got his laps in and qualified 17th. And, you know, he's up to 3rd. So as we said, I mean, anything can happen right now. But to start 25th and now be 4th, and to start 17th and now be 3rd, only 50 laps into the race, you did a great job. You got some guys. George Price did not get a qualifying lap in. He's up to 8th. You know, George Price, everybody out there has been tracking ECR. George Price is our 2015 truck champion. So, yeah, he's still looking for a championship ever since he won that one, and nothing's changed about the truck series. So he's looking to come back to George Price in that 48. He knows how to get it done. He's very patient, very smart driver, and you got a lot of different guys out here right now. Luis Almaso, back to him, putting the pressure on. Still about the same back from Jonathan Boger as he was about 3 laps ago, and they're losing the field, though. Tristan Anderson, about 5 laps ago, was only 0.6 back. It's now a 2nd back.
Yeah, and Justin Bland's falling back, too. He is almost a 2nd behind as well. So it looks like Luis Almaso and Jonathan is, you know, just pulling away from the field here. Now, Luis has got a little bit of the draft off of Jonathan. So, you know, drafting on the backstretch will probably help in a sense as they come around the 96 of, that would be Sean, who was caught up in that last wreck. Sean Lodesen. I'm going to end up getting Lodesen. Okay, Lodesen. I'm going to end up butchering everybody's name up in here, and I'm going to get dropped at. But it'll be all right. But, yeah, passing up Sean Lodesen, who is 17 laps down. Unfortunately, got caught up in that wreck earlier as well. But another one, I haven't been on him much either. And, you know, I like coming in and seeing how the rookie drivers, so to speak, you know, come into the to the leagues and see how well they, you know, perform with some of the drivers that y'all have had here, you know, years on years at a time. And James White, also a rookie to ECR. He is currently running up here into the 14th spot as it refreshes. So he is having a pretty good run. He started 35th. So now it did push him back to 15th. So still a good run, though, by James.
I'll tell you what, too, another thing to keep in back and in mind here, guys, out there watching is it doesn't take much to get used to things here in iRacing. It's a lot like real racing. A lot of real-life drivers use this simulation in practice for their real NASCAR races, or even other races. Dirt track guys use it. I mean, it's a great simulation tool to get, you know, used to real-life racing. Some guys in our field came from console using a controller. Some guys came from console always using their wheel, and then they came over to iRacing using their wheel, and everything just seemed more realistic. And we got guys in ECR, Justin Bland sitting in third, ran in ECR since we started, and it came over to iRacing with us. Guys for the first time, rookie Jimmy Cooper sitting back in 15th right now. First year out here on iRacing and doing a heck of a job, man. He's only been iRacing for 2 months, and getting the hang of it. He won the championship in console last year, so he was one of the guys that had 9 wins and was used to winning, and now he's finding a challenge out here in ECR and iRacing. You know, it's a different world, guys.
Yeah, it is a different world, as I am on a Jimmy Cooper here in the number 57 U.S. Army machine. It looks like he has got a little bit of rear end damage on that truck there. Somebody might have got into the back of him he's got some damage. I don't know if it's going to affect the speeds as much as what you would think. You really want more downforce here at Atlanta than you do anywhere else, because you want as much grip as possible.
Yeah, that front splitter looks clean, the bumper's clean, the hood's clean. I mean, pretty much the front of his truck looks good there, Joshua, except for the left front splitter. There's a little bit of a dent in there, but I mean, he could probably get that fixed. It shouldn't really affect him too much, especially when you get tucked up under somebody. But right now, he has nobody in front of him, so he's kind of that lone wolf. He's got a bunch of guys behind him, and I'm sure he's got his mirror filled, and that's one of the things, too, here is nothing you can do. I mean, you got somebody in your mirror, they're going to fill it, and you just got to keep doing your thing and hitting your marks.
Exactly. And hello, Sebastian in chat. Got some members coming in watching the race. Michelle, glad to see you in here. And I'm just currently using my headset right now for to speak and do the broadcast. But hey, it's working out, and that's what I'm doing. Had a little bit of issues, like I said earlier, with iRacing and IRTVO. They were wanting to do this and that and the other, but I think I figured it out. I was really nervous because I was getting down to about 10 minutes before I had to go live, and boy, I was sweating bullets, and I was getting all nervous, and that's why I said what I said earlier about I'm trying to get it fixed. But I got it working. We're up here here at Atlanta. Hopefully the stream's turning out good. I'm sitting here watching it, and of course I'm on a laptop watching it wireless, so I buffer a lot more on the laptop. So how's it looking there, Anthony? Looking good?
To me, the broadcast looks great, man. Everything looks fine. I'm seeing some of the comments here, and you guys feel free to comment, sign in, and comment, ask us questions. You want to see something, let us know. We can turn it up, whatever you guys want. So, looks great, man. Watching the 87 right now in that broadcast, leading the way. Could be more happy, man. And so the guys who have not stayed tuned to ECR and how things are going, to the T, that 87 truck out there was me 2 years ago. I run Jim Beam sponsors right now, but I ran 87 my whole career here in ECR, and I just changed to the 8 car this year. I gave the 87 to Justin Michael. He runs for me in the trucks. He got a sub tonight, but I had the sub run my sponsor in my paint scheme that I ran for years. So I love the fact that that 87 Jim Beam is out there leading right now. I couldn't be more proud of that guy.
Yeah, he is pretty much dominating the race right now. He has led 50 laps here, folks, right now as we speak. And what he crossed the line, it will be 51. The lead changes as we have had it. let's see here if I can pull that up, and it's not wanting to pull up the lead change, the leads, so we'll go right here with the cautions. We've had 3 cautions so far for 10 laps, and we have had 3 lead changes, so the lead changes is actually underneath the caution tab here, folks. So 3 cautions for 10 laps, 3 lead changes, and Jonathan Boger is one of them with 52 laps led. Chuck Carroll has led a lap as well, and James Lehman has led 7 laps, and he got caught up in a wreck, and boy, it really hurt his truck.
As he's back out there, I mean, some of these guys are a lot of laps down. James Lehman comes in, he's going to get black flag for going too fast on pit road. Some of these guys are trying to make a comeback and just finish the race, and that's not the way to do it right there. Bad entry there, and the pits got a little bit loose. Guys are out on the track, though, and they're trying to make a comeback, and that's really important, too. I mean, you got guys who are out there racing for position, then you got guys who are laps down, maybe a couple laps down, and then guys who are just like 20, 30 laps down, hoping that something happens so that they can pick up a few positions. And that's the thing about racing, man. Never give up. But yeah, it's a long race, but you can't give up.
No, you can't give up. And Jonathan Boger almost lost it coming out of turn 4, coming onto the straight stretch. Boy, them tires, I'm sure he's feeling them tires right about now. He's got a 1.6 second lead on a Jonathan right now. Justin Bland currently running up in the 3rd spot. Trying to go on that high side, keep it high a little bit, not to lose grip, as I'm sure these guys right now are feeling the tire wear on this truck, and I'm sure the gas is winding down as well, as we are 67 laps in, about to be 68 as Jonathan crosses the line of 130, folks. So, you know, this race is still long to go. So, I mean, there's still plenty of laps left to go for anything to happen. But I'm sure they're wanting to, you know, go through some green flag stops here and keep the cautions at a minimum.
Well, the thing about it, too, is they have completed 28 laps on this fuel run. Since they've gone green, 28 laps. Jonathan Boger's crossing the line. It's going to be 29 laps on this run. I would really love to see what the difference is. I don't know, maybe we can follow along with some guys who are racing. What do you say we ride along with that 95 of Kurt Quist we heard from earlier as he tries to battle for the 5th position there, Joshua?
Yeah, sounds good. Right along with Kurt Quist here, battling it up in the 95 machine. He's got, looks like Michael Guidry right up in front of him in the 15th machine. So I'm going to be quiet here, folks, and kind of ride along with Kurt here real quick, and just watch as, you know, with the old tires and how they drive Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And what do you say we turn it up?
We can do that. We're back live here, still riding along with Kurt Quist as we had some pitting going on during that run there. You seen that too, as these guys are still racking down the laps here at Atlanta, but some green flag pit stops have finally entered the picture here, as we were talking about, you know, the long green flag run that they just had.
It's going to be interesting there, guys. And George Price leading the race right now. Kurt Quist also playing along with that strategy as he's going to stay high as Jonathan Boger comes around on his inside with fresh tires. Some of these guys, man, the longer they stay out, obviously, the slower the laps they're going to run. So you wonder what's in play here. Are they trying to stay out so they only have to pit one more time and then they can just go to the end? What's the deal here? I mean, so maybe some of the guys who pit early might have to pit again. So many different strategies that could play out here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see which ones prevail to come out on top.
Exactly. You know, right now, Jonathan Boger's 1 lap down, but that's because he pitted. So, you know, once everything cycles through, you know, that's going to put everybody, you know, that's, you know, 1 lap down that pitted, going to put them back on the lead lap. But, you know, can they run, you know, it's a 25 lap, 25. There'd be a lot of laps. Can they run a lot of laps? I can't math very good in my head right off the bat. But can they run that many laps on a set of tires like that? Fuel wouldn't be a problem, but the tires would be killer.
Well, they're gonna have to pit one more time, and let's say that they pit at lap 80. They're gonna have to do 50 laps. So. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what the fuel amount is. I wish I knew. Maybe we can talk to Kurt or somebody on this. If we have another caution, we can pull somebody down and say, well, what were you getting in gas, and try to figure it out, because there's obviously a little bit of strategy going on. A lot of guys pit, and then we got a lot of guys who stayed out. So the race right now is in 2 different modes, and if the caution came down to it right now, it would totally change the game.
Yes, it would. It would definitely change the game, as the number 95 machine of Kurt Quest is battling, looks like George Price in the 48 for the first spot. And Kurt Quest made that look easy, just went right around him. We're going to go down through here and see exactly when these guys pitted. Looks like... Looks like Kurt Quest pitted his last pit stop, from what I'm looking at here, and it could be give or take a few laps, folks, but it looks like on lap 36 is the last time Kurt Quest pitted.
Yeah, and that was a caution. He came out and was running caution laps and went green on lap 40. So from 40 to 76, that's 36 laps he's gone green flag racing so far, fellas. So, I mean, there's obviously a lot of green flag racing. Remember, we talked about it too. These trucks, they get loose around lap 17, so I can't imagine what it's like right now for these guys. But obviously, they like how it feels. He's going on to pass George Price. He's now leading Kurt Quist there in that number 95. So a lot of different strategies can play. And Chuck Harrell finished second in this race a year ago, and he's now running third, so he's obviously playing along with that strategy.
Yes, he is, you know, you know, it's still a long race ahead of these guys. I know Kurt is probably thinking, you know, when should I pit? When should I go to pit road to get the tires and fuel that I need, okay? And he's probably racing right now saying, okay, I'm going to go as long as I possibly can, try not to wreck it, go in when I absolutely have to, and just finish the race. If a caution comes out, then, you know, of course, everybody will be on the, you know, same playing field, because you know everybody's going to pit. You know, you may have 1 or 2 lap old tires, but you're still going to pit because you want that equal playing field as everybody else. But, you know, this is a long green flag run for these folks. And I've got some people in chat asking some questions here. Michelle, in the booth with me tonight, not racing, is the owner of ECR. His name is Anthony Thitchner. Anthony, it's good to have you back up here, man. I'm sure you're going to be up here a bunch with me calling some races.
I honestly hope I'm up here every Monday night that we race, man. I love being up here. I love the action, love watching these guys, love calling it. It's a lot of fun. As much fun it is for you guys to sit here and watch this race, man, it's as much fun, if not more fun. I enjoy watching these guys, and I just enjoy kicking it back and enjoying a few beers and watching these boys go at it. I mean, I love watching our races more than I do an actual NASCAR race. It's just exciting to me. Just
exciting, yes, sir. And I've been looking here on the pit road for some of these other guys up here. George Price currently running in the second spot. The last time he pitted on was lap 35. So, you know, 35, 36, really not much of a difference on that. You know, 1 lap difference roughly. George Price, you know, has got some old tires as well. You know, we had some guys come in this time, you know, for that green flag pit stop. Scott Jones, Josh Mayu, David Bordney pitted on lap 73, Jason O'Connor 73, Michael Guidry 73, and it looks like we've got a couple more guys coming in right now. Well, Jimmy Cooper is pitted on lap 80. So you're still seeing some of these guys come in running as long as they possibly can, and then diving it into pit road, as we're going to be coming up to 84 of 130 laps here, folks. So man, it's something else. Kurt Quest, though, he's still up here leading. Started 16th. He's now has led 8 laps. George Price has led 6 laps in that 48 machine. Sorry. Chuck Carroll back here in a 3rd place, started 7th. He has led a lap. Ed Adams, haven't mentioned his name a whole lot. He has not led a lap yet. But he is currently back here in the 4th spot, started 13th. Jason Conover in the 00 machine started 32nd, and he is up here in the 5th spot. Great run by Jason. And Charles Idell, rookie, we've talked about him earlier. He is running in the 6th spot in the number 16 machine. That will be your top 6 right now. But one of the guys we've got to watch that did pit has fresh tires. Jonathan Boger is just knocking these guys out one by one. He is currently back here into the 7th spot. He is on the lead lap now. So Jonathan, man, is just doing it up here.
Yeah, back there in that 7th position, 13.7 seconds back on that last lap, and this lap 12.5. So he gained 1.2 seconds on the leader that lap, Joshua. That just goes to show you guys out there, 1.2 seconds on that last lap he has gained on the leader. He's now 12.5 back, and as he crosses the line, it's going to say he is, well, I'll refill you once I get it updated here, but he's been going, and he's obviously the guy who's been leading the most laps and the guy to beat here tonight. So on a little bit of different strategy than some of these guys, but there it is, 11.5 back, so gained a whole another second. So now back 12.5 seconds. You can expect him to probably be back in that lead in about 10 to 15 laps. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, as he has been the man to beat tonight, leading the most laps currently. He has 57 laps led. And a lot of the guys in front of him have not pitted. So, you know, once they pit and it cycles through, Jonathan's going to be right back up there, folks, battling it up with everybody else, taking over the lead, and, you know, putting more laps down to lead the most laps, as he's having a little bit of a blinking issue. Got it under control. Might have been IRTVO, I'm not sure, but I went to click on him and he blinked out. But Jonathan, yeah, he's going to be one of the guys you're going to have to watch throughout the whole race, as they cross the line for lap 89. They're on lap 89 of 130. Man, it's some good racing. Long green flag runs. You know, had the couple of cautions, you know, at the beginning. But it seems like everybody has now got it under control. Everybody has found the groove and are just moving on along.
Well, he's coming up quick on some traffic there, guys. We follow along with that 87. Jonathan Boger there going to go ahead and pass some lap traffic. Going to go ahead and take the position for the top 5 there as he takes over Charles Adele with almost no issues. Now chasing down Jason Conover in that 4th position. And then you got the next car is going to be a lap car in that 12th position, Jason O'Connor, sorry. So 2 cars. Jason's going to be pitting this time. You can watch him stay low. He's going to go around the outside of Jason Conover. You watch the next car in front of him. He's going to stay low because he's going to be coming into the pits there, as we heard on the radio. So there's not much traffic in front of him now. He got past all that chaos. He's going to look to get back the lead here pretty soon, and only 8.6 back, man. 8.6 last lap. Now he's only 7.7. So about a second a lap he is catching these guys. I'll tell you what, Kurt Quist and George Price are just praying for a caution right now, because if they don't get one, they're screwed, guys. They don't have much of a chance.
Yeah, I'm sure they're praying for a caution, as Jonathan is just, you know, about a second a lap he's gaining on the 2 up front, Kurt Quist and George Price. They're wanting that caution. They're wanting you know, to go, you know, pit under caution. If Jonathan passes them, I guarantee you're going to see Kurt Quist and George Price come into pit road. But here's the thing, Kurt Quist and George Price, when they pit, they're going to have fresh tires. They're going to have fresher tires than what Jonathan has. And how quickly are they going to be able to catch back up to Jonathan, and hoping not a caution comes out and maybe come out with a win tonight?
Well, here's the key. Kurt Quist and George Price stayed out. But here's the thing. They're only 6.7 that last lap ahead, 5.9 now. All right, so probably by the time that they pit, Jonathan's going to be going around him. So they're going to come out and they're going to be lapped. And they better pray that a caution doesn't come out, because what's going to happen is they'll be lapped down and caught a lap down, and only one of them is going to get a lead lap. And it's really chaotic right now, guys, as we see from positions 9 to 17, everybody's a lap down. Only 8 cars in the lead lap right now. From 9 to 17, they are 1 lap down. And from 18 to 22nd, they're 2 laps down. So a lot of cars still out here on the track with a lot of different strategies trying to work out, but we only have 8 cars in the lead lap. And that's going to be interesting to see how it works out here as Jonathan Boger goes and passes Luis Almaso, or George Price. George Price must have pit, now showing Kurt Quist the only car in front of him. So Kurt Quist is probably going to come in soon.
Yeah, I imagine.
Kurt Quist through the grass. I don't know if we can get a live action here on the 95. Kurt Quist came in, did not hit pit road, and running through the grass. Bad turn out there. That's going to hurt Kurt really bad here on this race. He's trying to get it together.
And we're going to go back and take a look at that real quick and see what happened to Kurt, as he did. I did catch the end of that, and it looks like he could not slow it down enough and just hit the rumble strips at the start of pit road. Stayed on the other side of the yellow cone, not to come in, because you definitely don't want to come in behind that yellow cone, or you will get an unsafe pit entry. So he kept it in the grass and got it back on track. So that is what happened to Kurt Quist there. Here we are back up front, folks. Looks like Jonathan has taken over the lead yet again, and that is going to help him lead some more laps as they come to 97 of 130 here at Atlanta for the Elite Championship Racing Truck Series every other Monday night.
We see George Price pitting again in that 48 truck. He's in 19th position. He currently is in 19th. He was second and third place position. He came around and pit again. So I'm not sure if he had to get held, if he had some type of penalty, but that's going to hurt big time in that 48, because I know he stayed out. He was with Kurt Quist. Both drivers who decided to stay out are paying costly penalties right now due to some driver issues that happened while pitting.
Yeah, I've just seen him coming through pit road for everybody who is watching ECR here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Give a special shout out to, again, all the sponsors out there for coming on board. Sim Speed Shop, TND Rustic Decor, HRE Motorsports Virtual to Reality TV, and the Ohio IndyCar League based out of Ohio. I will be actually broadcasting them once a month on Saturday night starting April 14th. So if you know you like IndyCars, check them out if you live in Ohio, because they are an Ohio-based IndyCar league. So if you live in Ohio, around that area, check them guys out. They are just not only sponsors for MaxSpeedTV, but I also broadcast for them. So a special shout out to them as well. Special shout out to ECR for coming on board, getting back with MaxSpeedTV. So thank you again, Anthony, as we see Jonathan coming down pit road. Going to give up first place, it looks like. He is now going to come down pit road and get those Mr. Feel Goods and a full tank of gas. That should put him good to go to the finish with 30 laps roughly to go here, folks. Getting down to the end of the race here, Anthony, and I really can't put my finger on who's going to win this race, but I got a feeling who's got a good shot at doing it.
I really think it might be Jonathan Boger. He just did a 27, 28 lap run and coming out again sideways as he always do. Really aggressive there coming out in the pits, and he's not going to lose many positions because a lot of these guys have already been out for a long time. So his strategy is just come in, get the tires as fresh as can be, and do his fast laps. So as he came in, you're probably going to see some more guys follow him. He's coming back onto the track now. Guy, I really don't know who's going to win this race, man, and anything can happen at this point. It's one of those races where a caution could happen and change everything. It could stay green to the end, and what's going to happen? So we're hearing guys right now starting to pit. You're going to see some guys coming down pit road. Things are going to change up, and guys just got to hit their marks. And Jonathan Boger now showing in 12th position a lap down. A caution right now could change everything and totally take him out of the equation. That's what's really crazy about some of these races, guys, is these guys can have the fastest cars. They could be leading all the laps. They go in for green flag stops, and the caution happens, and it changes up everything. So it's one of the things that you have to look out for here in ECR racing, and any racing really, not just our racing, but you know, guys who are out there running official. I mean, you could be doing great in official lobby, and you go and pit, and bam, a caution comes out, you get caught a lap down. It's the worst feeling in the world because there's really nothing you can do.
And there's nothing you can do, but we do have a new leader here. Luis Almaso has led 4 laps. He is out here taking down the laps as well in the number 32 machine, the Heineken machine, actually. Chevrolet make, and looks like he almost got a little squirrely there coming out of 4 onto the front stretch. I've seen a lot of people get a little loose coming out of 4. But to me, I believe turn 1 and 2 is probably the trickiest. You know, per se, Atlanta, in the sense is you got that wall right there. If you don't make that turn correctly, coming out of 2, that wall is not very friendly.
Well, here's something interesting as well. Luis Almaso, our current leader, that number 32 truck, he pitted the same lap as the number 87 and Jonathan Boger. Jonathan Boger decided to pit early this time around, obviously, because Luis Almaso is still out there on the track. So Jonathan Boger showing a lap down. If a caution does happen right now, Jonathan Boger is our lucky dog, gets to pit with fresh tires, and Luis Almaso will probably go in as leader and come out as leader. But will Jonathan Boger have anything left for these guys? You know, it's something to take into the equation here, as we have about 25, 26 laps to go. These guys are probably going to pit. I see a lot of guys spread apart, not a lot of racing going on, but, you know, a lot of different strategies involved. Will Luis Almaso win this race? That's a major question there, Jonathan. Put yourself in his position. Would you rather be Jonathan Boger right now, who just got himself back in the lead lap and was leading most of the race, or would you rather be Luis Almaso, the current leader?
Well, I'm thinking, you know, that kind of goes both ways here. You know, if I'm Luis, I'm banking on, you know, something happening to Jonathan Boger. Of course, you know, I don't want to be the cause of it if I'm Luis, but, you know, I'm banking on something happening to Jonathan. But if nothing happens to Jonathan, I'm banking on a caution. You know, I know Jonathan is on the lead lap. Now, I've got really...
Oh! Jimmy Cooper, 57, gets hit from behind.
Oh, yeah, and he does. He has got some heavy damage, but there is no caution out here on the track, folks, and he is losing some speed in that 57 machine. I am not sure what's going on, but it does not look like he is going anywhere at all. Locks it up on below the white line there and tows it to pit road. So, wow, that did not work out well for him there.
No, Jimmy Cooper's doing great too, man. He was running top 5. One of them guys, I know he's got some people watching here tonight. Jimmy Cooper's doing a great job in that 57 truck. It's a shame what just happened here tonight as he falls 2 laps down. Went from being in the lead pack, top 5, to being 2 laps down, sitting 17th right now. So not exactly what he was looking forward to, but just goes to show you, the ECR lead, it could go from the top to the bottom just like that, guys. He was doing great, got hit from behind, lost it, and now has no chance. And it's sad to watch some of these guys, you know, this late in the race. They're already putting 100 laps in. They can just lose everything they started with.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I got to looking back here. The guy running currently in the 2nd spot started 17th. Tristan Anderson, a rookie to ECR. Last pitted, it looks like, on lap 72. So, you know, he has got some old tires as well currently right now. So he's going to have to pit again, or I'm sure he's banking on a caution as well. So good run by Tristan. Right now currently running in the 2nd spot. He's having a good run in that double 77 machine. Yeah, Jonathan Boger, he is right now, he is currently running in the 4th spot, has led 62 laps here, folks, at Atlanta. He is probably going to be the guy to beat, as there is 20 laps to go here at Atlanta for ECR Truck Series. Every other Monday night, folks. You can catch ECR K&N every other Sunday night. Like I said at the beginning, if they're not racing the trucks, they're racing the K&Ns. If they're racing the trucks, they will not be racing the K&N that week. They kind of alternate real quick. Now that Anthony's up in the booth with me, I can ask him about the Gen 6 series. I know that is every other Tuesday night, but y'all do race that. If y'all's not racing on Tuesday night, y'all actually race the Wednesday night, correct? I believe Anthony is away right now, folks, but we're going to go through the top 5 here real quick. Luis Almaso, your current leader, has led 14 laps here, folks, tonight. He got up here up front and he's leading some laps. Jonathan, looks like Chuck Harrell will be currently in the 2nd spot. He started 7th. Tristan Anderson, we talked about him just a little bit ago. He is currently your 3rd spot. Jonathan Boger, the guy I'm sure looking for the win tonight, has led 62 laps, looking to get back up front. He is currently in the 4th spot. One of the guys I have not mentioned a whole lot is Jim Westerfield, currently running 5th.
I'll tell you what, I'm sorry for that delay. I'm back now. There's a little bit of an issue here. Jim Westerfield, one of the guys that started 29th, now finds himself in 5th. I don't know what, has to happen here for him to be able to win this race, but I will say that he started in the back. His last lap that he pit was lap 77, so I really don't think he's going to be able to make it to the end. He's one of them guys who's hoping for a caution. If a caution does not come out, you're not going to see him up in the top 5, that's for sure. It's one of them strategies you have to play when you're in the green flag run. Maybe he was way in the back and it's like, all right, I got to stay out because the caution happens now. Hey, he's up in the top 5 in the lead lap. But if it doesn't happen, he's a lap car back out of the top 10. So it's one of them gambling things you have to do. And right now, this is a gambling race. I really feel like we're in Las Vegas right now. Everybody's gambling. There's so much gambling going on there tonight, guys, that feel like you're in Vegas, but we're in Atlanta, and Jonathan Boger only 15.9 seconds back on that last lap, hoping this stays green, because if it does, he's probably going to have a chance to win this race, as Luis Almaso is still out leading this thing.
Yeah, and there is 15 laps to go. Now there is 14 laps to go. What does Luis have to do? Now, he's got some old tires. I'm sure he's filling those tires right now. But if Luis is going to win this race, you know, there's 14 laps to go. There's a lot of laps still left for these guys to catch back up. You know, what does Luis have to do to win this race on those tires he has?
Well, a lot of that has to come with the fact that Luis Almaso pit on lap 71. So can you go 50, 60 laps? Can you go 60 laps on a run? If you can, well, you might have a shot here, but if you can't, Jonathan Boger's only 12.4 seconds back. Now with the amount of laps, we got like, what, 11, 12 laps left? He's losing about a second a lap, so we're going to see what happens here. But if he can make his stretch, man, maybe that was the safe key. He's got a 10-second lead over everybody, so I'm sure that's what he's hoping for right now.
Yeah, we're on Jonathan Boger right now, right now in the third spot. He's got his eyes set on Chuck Carroll in second. Chuck Carroll right up here in the number 3 machine, Coca-Cola. Looks like he's got a little bit of right front damage on that machine. I don't think it's really affecting his truck any, but he's got Jonathan like right behind him, catching him. Looks like them two are going to battle for the second spot. But Luis Almaso still up here, you know, wanting to win the race. But yeah, I mean, them old tires, I mean, the fuel, we haven't had a chance to really ask about the fuel. I do know it's 100% fuel. I do know y'all are running 100%. I do know that. So I just don't know how many laps it's going to take before you have to fill that thing up.
Well, I'm getting told it's around 52. That means that Luis Almaso would have to go almost 60 laps in order to win this race here tonight. So he would have to be, he would have to be saving it. And I don't know. Can you save 7 to 8 more laps? If you can, Luis Almaso is going to come out on top. It's going to be a hell of a win, guys. That's going to be fuel saving strategy at its finest. Can he win it, or will Chuck Carroll, Jonathan Boger come back to take him and win this race? Because remember, 9 laps to go, they're only down to 7 seconds, so they're gaining almost a second over a second. They're these laps are winding down. I mean, they're gaining a lot of time. What do you think is going to happen here, Joshua?
Well, I mean, if I was Luis, I would be banking on a caution. I would hope for a caution.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come down pit road first. So you've got a little bit of advantage getting in your pit stop. You have to hit your mark at, you know, in pit road. You have to. You can't mess up at all. You have to get it perfect. Then you've got to come back out first. You have to get out first. Because as we've seen, it looks like that low line here at Atlanta, that low to mid line has been the place to be, so to speak. You know, if you're in traffic, of course, you want to, you know, stay low so you keep everybody behind you. But I'm sure Luis is thinking, you know, come on, caution. Come on, caution. I don't believe he could save 7 to 8, you know, laps of fuel. I could be wrong, but I don't think it can be done.
I don't know. We're going to see as Jonathan Boger now crosses the line. It was 5.2 the last lap, now 4.1. So he's gaining about 1 second per lap, guys. 4.1 seconds back with 6 to go. So if he continues to gain a second lap, guess who's going to be your leader with about 2 to go?
That would be the 87 of Jonathan Boger, but you know, he's got 7 laps to do it in. He's got 7 laps to catch up to Luis Almaso. He has to do it, or, you know, he's going to be into some trouble here, as, of course, Luis, still dominating up here, has now led 26 laps. Currently running now into the second spot is the 87 of Jonathan Boger. Coming in at, looks like third position, going to be Chuck Harrell. Jason, whoa, it just went all crazy on me there. All right, Justin Anderson, there we go. Justin Anderson, your rookie for IWCR, one of your rookies for IWCR, looks like started 17th, going to have a good finish if he can hold off to the 5th spot. And who is he? Jason Conover, yeah. Looks like he is currently running in the 5th spot, so that will be your top 5 here, folks, as they are coming now. It is going to be... there is 5 laps to go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Can
we get like a far chase, maybe right along with Jonathan Boger in these closing laps to see if he can pull it off and pass the number 32 of Luis Almaso?
Yeah, we're on a far chase view right here. We're kind of up high a little bit on the 87 of Jonathan Boger. Of course, you really can't see Luis, but we're going to go on Luis here real quick. Then we're going to go on a rear chase and look back toward. We're going to look back toward Jonathan Boger. Yeah,
he's looking back and he's hoping that Boger doesn't catch him.
Yeah,
he's slowing down big time.
Yeah, this is what Luis is seeing out of his rearview mirror, folks. He knows Jonathan's coming. He knows he's there. So what do you got to do to keep him behind you? Oh, we got a caution.
Oh my God! Oh, Jonathan Boger did not want to see that. Jonathan Boger did not want to see that. That just sealed it up for Luis. Wow.
Alrighty, folks. Well, I don't know exactly who that was. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out now.
Okay, all right. Well, as soon as the race control finds out who that was, folks, we'll see if we can go back and take a look and see what happened. But yeah, that'll do it. Unfortunately, folks, here for Elite Championship Racing, that was some outstanding driving by all these guys.
It looked like a 13 got a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. Came down and got into the 69 and was right below him to turn him and end up being the cause of that caution. The 69 got about 25 feet of air. Medics are down there with him right now, making sure he's all right. I see him turn his neck. I see him talking. So hopefully David Bordney's all right and will be returning with us here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's well in 2 weeks, folks. Pay attention because we're going to be back live here on MaxSpeedTV. If old boss man Anthony Titchener wants me back, of course, there is the white flag, folks. So next time they're here for ECR, it'll be Las Vegas. Will be on March the 19th. 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're going to be pulling 147 laps there. And if y'all have anything to do with it, next at Las Vegas, as what it was tonight, oh my Lord.
Guys, I talked to Luis.
All right, so Anthony Titchener wants Luis Almaso, so as soon as they cross the line, we'll do the unofficial results pending any admin stuff. You know, after, you know, we'll go down through the results, of course, but pending anything the admins deem is necessary, that will shake up the points come in 2 weeks. But tonight here for ECR, Luis Almaso holds off Jonathan Boger, who was right behind him, coming full head of steam. Just the caution came out at the wrong time. So Luis Almaso will come home with the win tonight. Jonathan Boger will be coming home in second place. And it looks like Chuck Harrell will be in third. So we'll get these guys up here and interview them. And we'll take it from there, folks. So stay tuned. Alrighty, folks, we're back. We've got actually a different setup going on here tonight, folks. We got actually a top 5 here with us. We're going to actually start with the winner here tonight, Luis Almaso, coming home with the win. Luis, you're going to have to talk about the race, man, because you know you were on old tires, you were on really low fuel. You seen Jonathan coming. You seen him right behind you in your rearview mirror. Did you have anything for him? Did you have enough gas to even finish if no caution came out, bud?
Good night, guys. Good night, Josh. Good night, Anthony. Good night, everybody watching at home. Yes, I saw him coming. I knew that he was going to catch me, I think with 3 to go, something like that. And no, I did not have enough fuel. It got to a point about 20 to go. I started coasting in 3 and 4, and then with about 15 to go, I was coasting into 1 and 2, just trying to save. I was a lap short under green, and it got to a point where I had the speed at the end because everybody was on old tires. Even though I had a lot of laps on my tires, the fall off, it gets to a point, is not that great if you're just keeping speed on the high side. But I needed a caution. I thought that if a caution came out around, I was counting for 5 to go because I know that we don't have green and white checkers, so that's what I was aiming for, like survive until then and then pray for a caution. With 2 to go, I saw something. I saw a mayhem in the back stretch, and then the first thing that I did was I clutched it. And then was clutching all the way around, even not even waiting for the pace car, just to make sure that I had a little bit of a gap, trying to enjoy the momentum, because he was faster, and that was the only way that I was going to beat him, because he was faster in the long run. He was about a second faster than I was in 30 to 40 lap runs, so this was the only way.
Well, I mean, that caution could not have come out at a better time. And, you know, we'll get to Jonathan here in a minute because I know he was coming up to you. But, Luis, you did lead 32 laps here tonight at Atlanta. You know, Atlanta is, you know, talk about the track a little bit. You know, Atlanta uses, you know, the tires up really, really bad. You know, it's Atlanta Motor Speedway is just harsh on tires. How bad was the tire wear down there on the track for you?
I'll let you know exactly how much did I finish here. Just so you know, my right front tires are around 69% left. So pretty big wear. So pretty considerate. But it got to a point where you're going so slow that you stop sliding. So you're just trying to maintain the entry and the middle of the corner at a reasonable speed because there's no way you can go any faster. So it was because of the track conditions. We practiced during the week here at Atlanta with a very hot track. So we were sliding all over the place. This condition actually helped. Just like sail into the turn and just let it coast through the turn. I think that helped me a little bit. If this was a lot of, if it was a hotter track, I may have to play around with the gas and probably this result was not going to be possible.
All right, Luis. Well, man, congratulations again tonight on the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. One quick question, then we'll turn it over to Anthony to ask you a few questions. You're going to have, you know, coming into the next time y'all race, y'all's going to be at Las Vegas. What do you think of that track?
Oh, bring me. No problem. Had a pretty good week over there. Got a bunch of top fives and the top splits during the week, so like the track, like the setup, like the way the race goes. So, viva Las Vegas. Not a problem at all.
All right, Luis. Well, like I said, congratulations on the win tonight. Anthony, you got anything for him?
Luis Salmaso, the Brazilian redneck. Man, it's been a long time since you've ran full-time the truck series. Not saying you're running full-time now, but how did you think you experienced tonight's race? Did you enjoy it? Was there a lot of competition? What did you mostly have to do different tonight versus running in the Cup Series?
The trucks are a little bit easier to manage, so it's not, you don't have to drive over the limit almost like you have with the Cup car to be up in the top five. But it's a lot of tire management. It's a lot of fine-tuning on your line in the way that you need to compromise a little bit of speed with long run. So this is a little bit different. I've been driving a lot more of the trucks because of the Road to Pro series that we're working on setups and everything. So it gives you a little bit of feedback, but I enjoyed the B cars and the A cars a little bit more. It gives you a little bit more of an edge, and you need to be not only you can work on the car a little bit better, but these things are fun. These things are fun, and because they're a little bit easier to drive, it levels the playing field. So we see what we had here tonight, 10, 12, 15 guys that were all able to win.
Luis, last year in the B cars, you had 22 starts. You ran 14 top fives and 17 top tens. I mean, of a guy like that, it takes a lot of consistency and a lot of patience. In the Cup Series last year, you had 14 starts, 5 top fives and 6 top tens. So you know a little bit about how to finish races. What is the secret, man? I mean, in the Truck Series, you see a lot more aggression, a lot of guys going hard at the beginning. And I noticed that you weren't too worried about restarts, which I thought most guys would be tonight. What does it take to get them long runs in and be there at the end?
Race the track, not the other cars. This is one of the things that takes you a long time for you to really understand that the more you can race with yourself and the more you can race with the track, understanding how the track is feeling, understanding how your car is behaving versus the track, not what other people are doing. You have guys running different lines, you have guys running different ways, being more aggressive, just dive bombing, going to the high side. You need to figure out how it is that you can run the fastest, but at the same time for the longest. And this is you against you. This is you against the track. And it takes a long time for you to be able to develop and pretty much disconnect yourself to what is happening around you. Of course, you need to be aware of what guys are doing so you don't get collected on anything stupid. But that's pretty much the biggest takeaway. The moment that you're able to do that, and it takes a long time, and the great guys, they just go into that zone that they pretty much forget that they are in a race. It's them against them, and they are able to be like incredibly fast, over 50, 120 laps. So it's crazy. That, to me, that's the biggest takeaway, and it took me a long time to understand how to do that. You cannot do that all the time, depending on the race, depending on the track. You need to be paying more attention to who's next to you, what other guys are doing. But in a race like this, where the track helps, where there is that challenge and everybody was being aggressive but very respectful at the same time, then you're able to do that.
Well, that was it, man. You guys heard it here first. You want to get to win races, that's how you do it. Luis Salmaso found himself in victory lane with barely enough gas to burn a little bit of rubber. Noticed you weren't able to do a 360, man. So that's what it takes, guys. Strategy. I know he did. He wanted to see that caution happen, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be here tonight. That's for sure. We saw that strategy happen. The guy who was closing in on him, about to take over that lead, down there in second place in pit road. I think, Joshua, you got Jonathan Boger in that number 87 who finished second here tonight. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, all right. Well, Luis Almaso, congratulations again on your win tonight, man. And, we'll let you go. But is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to for the victory here tonight, man?
And just pretty quickly, give a big shout-out to everybody at ECR. Been racing here for a long time. And even though I'm not going to run full schedule, it's always nice to come back and race with these guys. It's always fun. Give a pretty big shout-out to everybody at WCR, at Jaws Graphics. Big shout-out to Corey Chaffin, who gave me the ride. And he called it on the community early, saying, all right, Luis is going to win the race. I was like, great, not enough pressure. And all of a sudden it happened. So I think he's responsible for it, because he called it. And everybody at the Heineken racing team that's sponsoring the car. So pretty big paint job, nice result. Sponsors are going to be happy. And we'll see you guys next one. Thanks very much for the broadcast, and enjoy, guys.
He's a monster, man. He didn't even, that was a great reminder. Your owner is asleep right now in bed. He's got to wake up at 4 in the morning, and he doesn't even know you won the race. So I can't wait to see his reaction tomorrow when he sees your car on the group page and the cover photo winning the race. He called it. You were right. It was an awesome race, man. Proud of you.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, all right, Luis, man. We'll let you get out of here, and congratulations on winning, man.
Have a good one.
Jonathan, do you have a copy?
I do.
Well, Jonathan, man, you were coming with a full head of steam, bud. You do come home with the win tonight with the most laps led. By the way, you did lead 62 laps, so you'll get the most laps led. But tell me about what was on your mind with about, say, 20 to go. You've got the tires, you've got the fuel. Now you've got to chase down Luis Almaso, who's out there on old tires, running out of fuel, has not pitted. Just what was scrambling through your mind at that time, hoping that you could catch him, pass him, and not a caution come out?
I was just hoping just to get by him, to get back on the lead lap, and then by like 5-10 laps later, I was watching the interval, and I noticed I was gaining like about a second a lap, and then around 15 to go, I was like doing the math that I was going to catch him at least with like a couple laps to go, and hopefully a caution didn't come out. But it did, and it ruined my race for me.
Well, you did, come home second, so, you did push it, but, that caution came out at the wrong time. You gave it all, man. You gave it all, but congratulations on coming, with the most laps led here tonight. Of course, I know that is not how you wanted to end the race under caution. You had the tires, you had the fuel. Luis even said it himself. He did not have the fuel to finish. So if you would have got by him, he probably would have ran out of gas and unfortunately probably finished further back than he did. But talk about the track conditions down there a little bit, because, like I was mentioning to Luis earlier about, the tire wear, was they pretty bad on you?
Like I think when I pitted for the last time, I think the right fronts were like at 85. So the line that you run here, and like when you got back on the throttle, could like destroy your tires for you, but you just had to be gentle like after like 20 laps because it did get like a little tail happy at the end of those runs.
Yeah, I feel you on that, Jonathan. I really do. You know, it's it's the tire. Well, what was the? We didn't have a chance to ask anybody about the fuel run. We know it was 100% fuel, but how long could you run on a tank of gas?
I'm not sure. I didn't really do a full fuel run in practice because Atlanta just eats tires, so it's more of a tire strategy than a fuel strategy. Because if you have the fresh rubber, like you can gain like seconds on them. Like if they stay out on you.
All right, Jonathan. Well, congratulations on second place. We're going to turn it over to Anthony real quick. I'm sure he has a few questions for you. So take it away, Anthony.
Yeah, Jonathan Boger, man, subbing in for that 87 truck tonight. Hell of a job. Just coming in, man. Not a full-time driver here in the ECR truck series, just coming in trying to sub, and did a hell of a job tonight, man. Definitely showed that you were one of the performers that could make something happen. So again, congratulations on your second place finish in that number 87, and thank you for subbing in tonight. Are there any thoughts on possibly becoming a full-time driver in the truck series?
I'd possibly be considering it. You know, I love the trucks. You know, like it's more of a driver's series. Like, you know, the setup can have a little bit, but the driver can turn the tide on how the truck runs around the track.
There you guys have it out there listening. If you're looking to start a team or looking to hire a driver, Jonathan Boger is looking for a ride right now in that truck series, and very well may find it here in the coming races. A lot of guys out there looking for races, a lot of guys out there looking for drivers and subs. So, you know, a great driver. I got him in the Cup Series runs for me, and he's really, really good driver. So, somebody you want to hire, man. Great race out there tonight, Jonathan. Congrats to anybody you want to thank.
I'd like to thank you for letting me run the Jim Beam 87 truck, and then the whole league, the people I raced around, and then broadcast for broadcasting this awesome race.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Congrats again on that second place finish. You made it look good tonight, man. Real proud of you. Hand it over to Joshua down there in pit road with the number 3 of Chuck Harrell. Yeah, Chuck, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Yeah, Chuck, man, you bring it home third. You know, it was a long, grueling race, of course, for everybody out there. Just talk about the race, man. Did you have anything for anybody out there, or was it just mainly trying to keep that truck clean and just get a good finish?
No, I had damage from in the pits. Somebody slowed up going in the pits, and I got in the back of them. So I had damage after, like, the second yellow. So I was a little off from everybody. That's why I went with that weird strategy and tried to just stay out and hope for a yellow.
Yeah, well, that yellow came out costly for a lot of guys, but, you know, you did bring it home third. You did lead one lap, so you'll get a bonus point for that lap led. That'll help you out, I am sure, in the point standings here, because in the points, Chuck, you're currently actually in the 4th spot. You were only 1 point behind James Lehman and Tristan Anderson for 2nd and 3rd. So, you know, James unfortunately had, you know, ended up in an incident earlier that, you know, cost him. And Tristan Anderson, one of the rookies for the league, you know, he had a pretty good run as well. So we'll get to him in the number 77 machine here in just a little bit. But, you know, Atlanta, track conditions, what were they like down there for you? Because fixed setups, people drive the truck differently, man.
Oh, I like Atlanta. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's about the easiest track to drive if you know what you're doing out here. You got to back this thing up really hard. But I've always liked Atlanta, and I'm always really fast there. It just didn't work out tonight. But I still had a good race. I was happy with it.
All right, Chuck. Well, we'll turn it over to Anthony here, because I'm sure he has a couple of questions for you. Anthony, take it away, bud.
Just one question, Chuck. You finished 2nd last year to Austin Osborne, who's currently no longer a league runner. But you definitely know how to get it done here at Atlanta, man. Make it quick, make it fun, make it entertaining every single time you come to the track. We love seeing that number 3 out there, man. What would it have taken to get a better finish tonight? You got second last year at Atlanta. You run third tonight, man. Did you learn anything? What is it going to take to possibly try to outdo these guys?
Yeah, I think a little different strategy. I came in, right there on that first one on the second pit, because I thought I was going to end up staying out and slowing down. And then I saw Justin Bland. He hung in 5th there on old tires. And I thought, darn, I should have just stayed out then.
Definitely, man, definitely. Go ahead.
Yeah, then I got, you're in the back, which I like anyway. I like passing people. So made the race really exciting, climbing back up through there. And through the race, I burned up my tires and guys would get back by me, and then they'd do the same thing, and I'd get back by them. It was a good race. They're good races when they're like that. Didn't win, but
what do you enjoy the most? What do you enjoy the most about this year?
I think everybody's a lot. It's a lot freer. There's not so many rules, so everybody's not so uptight. And everybody just seems to be running their own races instead of worrying about everybody else's. And I think it's a lot better group of guys this year than it's been. There's still a lot of great guys that have been here a long time also, but we got a lot of good guys that signed up now that are good racers.
Awesome, man. It was a great feedback. Great run there, Chuck. Awesome racing, man. I'm sure we'll see you back here in the truck series. I'm going to hand it over to Joshua, who is down the pit lane with the number 77. Tristan Anderson, our top finishing rookie tonight, started 17th, finished 4th. Joshua?
Yeah, Tristan, do you have a copy?
I do.
Well, Tristan, yeah, man, great run, man. You finished 4th. You didn't lead a lap, but I'm sure your big concern was just wanting to finish. Being a rookie to ECR here. Tell me about your racing and racing with these guys out there here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and what it took for you to keep that truck clean, out of trouble, and just keep it on the track.
These last couple of races, I've just kind of been using them as a learning experience to see how everyone in this league races and all that. So it's been fun. Everyone here is really respectful on track, and it's fun racing here. And I just tried to keep the car clean, out of trouble, and it went well today.
Well, during the long green flag run everybody had, we seen some people pitting, different strategies going on. Was there any strategies that may have gone through your mind to say, hey, I'm going to do this, might come out with the upset here and get the win in the 77 machine? Or was it just wanting to get a good finish, top 5, top 10, keeping the truck clean? I mean, was that playing into any effect at all?
Oh, there were tons of strategies going through everyone's head, I'm sure, as the long green flag run at the end there. My main goal was just trying to get the best finish I could. Again, it's just a learning experience here. A win would have obviously been awesome, but, 4th place is great for me.
All right, well, we'll turn it over to Anthony real quick. Anthony, do you have anything for the number 77 of Tristan Anderson?
Well, Tristan, I'm sure you're definitely happy about that finish there tonight, man. I know that that's your best finish here tonight in the ECR League, finishing 4th position, so it can only go up from there. Rookie season, and definitely a lot of things going on. I seen tonight, I was very impressed with a lot of things, man. So I was looking, and I saw that you actually drive for Josh Mayhew in the 02 car, and he had 2 trucks that didn't show up here tonight, him and Ian Hayes in that number 10. So you really only had 1 teammate tonight, and the number 27 of Jim Westerfield. So in your opinion, how does teamwork and teammates play a factor in the races here?
Oh, it's a big part of the race is just being able to talk over strategies and what they think works best, and just talking it over through the race really helps. It's a lot better than running strategies through your head, because you can see other people's perspective on things and see what they think will work. So it's a big thing.
So you're part of a 4-car team, man, and you, Jim, Ian, and Josh. I'm sure you guys will work hard there, and not every week that you get to have 4 teammates. So I wish the best of luck to you, man. You got a real great finish tonight. Ended up starting 17th, finishing 4th. It's got to be a win for you. Is there anybody you would like to thank before we move on?
I'd like to thank Josh Mayhew for letting me ride in his team, and my sponsors, Air Canada and the Canadian Cancer Society, and obviously the ECR League for letting me in and letting me race with them. It's been awesome so far.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, we look forward to many more races with you, man. I know we will. Keep digging at it, man. You're going to win sooner or later. Joshua, I heard you were down there pit lane for number 00, top 5, 5th place finisher Jason Conover in that number 00 truck.
Yeah, I'm down here with him right now. Jason, tell me about the racing down there. The only Toyota machine to actually finish into the top 5. There was 2 Toyotas to finish in the top 10. Charles Idell actually finished in the 10th spot. But tell me about the racing down there to get it into the top 5 finish, and just talk about the racing and what it took to keep it clean.
Well, what I did, everyone says that everyone pit early. So I just kept running laps, got down low fuel. At the 0.7 gallons left, I went in to pit. Came out, was 14th, kept running, catching everyone. Was up to top 7 with like 30 to go. Keep on running, catching up to Jason O'Connor and Jim Westerfield. Got past them, tried to keep it clean, but it's loose over there in turn 4.
Yeah, we know turn 4 is really, really tricky. Turn 2 is too, because Jason, you were down there racing, and turn 2, when you're coming out of turn 2, if you don't hit that just right, you're going to hit the wall. What did you do to have to keep it off that wall coming out of 2?
I kept it pretty slow entering 1 and 2. Whenever I was in the middle of the track, I was full throttle, because for me, I had a lot of grip on the bottom exiting too.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Yeah, turn 4 is tricky as well. If you don't catch it just right out of 4, you're gonna hit the wall and possibly spin down into the grass up there on the front stretch. But Jason, congratulations on bringing it home in the 5th spot. You got that 00 Toyota in the number 5 into the 5th spot tonight. So congratulations on that. Anthony, you have anything for Jason?
Hey, Jason, man, I got a question.
What's that?
You and your brother you got to be competitive. I would love to be in the same league as my brother and running, man. It's got to be a great experience. You are brothers with Josh Conover. Josh Conover raced for me last year in the truck series. Was a good driver and just consistent, good teamwork. You now run this year in the 2018 series truck season, and you're looking to do the best you can as a rookie. Joshua wasn't here tonight, but you had mentioned earlier, I had messed with you, and I said, man, who's the better brother? Who's the faster brother? And you said, oh, Joshua. Well, let me tell you something, man. I got some stats for you. You ready for this?
Hit me.
Joshua never got a top 5 in the truck series last year. In the second race in the 2018 season, you got yourself a top 5, brother. Go ahead and brag.
I will give it to him. He is a faster driver, but he's more reckless than me. I'm more of a safer driver.
That's it. That's all you got for him.
Yeah.
He had 10 starts last year in the truck series. He had 1 top 10, so I'm sure that your goals yourself, you got to be, brotherly love, but 10 starts and 1 top 10, you already got that beat. So how's it going to be like in the Conover household?
I'm just going to keep bragging to him that I'm doing better than him.
That's awesome, man. That really is. That's awesome. So congratulations on your finish, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank Chuck for signing me on his team. I'd like to thank Josh. And I'd like to thank that I'm still here. not in bed.
There you go, man. Congrats again. You ran a hell of a race. Being top 5 here is no small task. So take that and learn from it. And it's a long season. You're going to have ups and downs. So being a rookie in the league, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you had fun. And we look forward to interviewing you again here in the future, man.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Joshua, take them away, brother.
Yes, sir, I sure can. All righty, folks. Well, here at MaxSpeedTV, we're going to go down through the final unofficial results here, pending any admin stuff. Congratulations to Luis Almaso in the Chevy machine and the 32 machine for getting the win here tonight at Atlanta for the ECR Truck Series. Well, he did what he had to do to hold off Jonathan, but, you know, Jonathan did what he had to do to get up there, but an unfortunate caution came out, which resulted in what had happened at the end. Luis Almaso does come home with the win tonight. Jonathan Boger will come in second place, very close second in the Chevrolet 87. Chuck Carroll in the number 3 Chevrolet will come home third. Tristan Anderson, the rookie to ECR, will be coming home into the 4th spot, also a Chevrolet. So the top 4 Chevys will get points for that. Of course, the points for each individual driver as well. Jason Conover in the 00 Toyota will finish in the 5th spot. Jim Westerfield, another Chevy, will bring it home in 6th in the 27. Jason O'Connor will be finishing into the 7th spot. Kirk Quest in 8th. Josh Mayu in 9th. Charles Idell will be bringing it home into the 10th spot. Trey Davis in 11th. Michael Guidry in 12th. George Munger in 13th. George Price in 14th. Jeffrey Ford in 15th. Ralph Vandervorst in 16th. Pat Rusha in 17th. Ed Adams in 18th. James White, another rookie here for ECR, will be finishing 19th. David Bordney in 20th. Scotty Brown Jr. in 21st. Jonathan Whalen in 22nd. Scott Jones will finish 23rd. Jimmy Cooper in 24th. Sean Ladison in 25th. Joey Stats in 26th. Douglas Hess 27th. Justin Bland 28th. James Lehman 29th. Thomas Lattimore in 30th. Jordan Mackey will finish 31st. Ken Worley in 32nd. Anthony Titchener was in the booth with me tonight and also doing some race control. Thank you again, Anthony, for that. And Corey Chaffin did not start this race here tonight at Atlanta for ECR. Well, that'll wrap it up here for MaxSpeedTV ECR. Join us again for ECR. It will be the ECR K&N at Las Vegas on March the 11th. They will be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 134 laps. Then on March the 19th, they will be back at the trucks for the ECR Truck Series at Las Vegas. So they're actually taking 2 vehicles to Las Vegas for 147 laps. 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. That will be at 8:45 Eastern Time, folks. So until next time, stay safe and have a good night.